Hello, this is Verbal from Music Weapons. I'm here to talk about and run you through the Drums Xtreme VSTi. I'm going to run you through the setup process as well as getting you up and running in Fruity Loops. Now once you purchase it, you are, depending on if you get Mac or the PC version, you're going to receive these zip files in addition to your serial number emailed to you. The zip files are automatically just start downloading. Once you purchase it, the serial number is sent to your email address. Now here's the contents of the folder. You got the Drums, the Reason Refill, and the Wave Collection are in there. You can purchase the unlock code for an additional $49.99 at musicweapons.com. We kind of want to make people use the actually use the plugin because of all the benefits of using it, as well as we are making the expansions. You have your cheat sheet in here. It's a little picture that shows you how things are mapped and everything, just a little quick thing. We have the PDF install and text install instructions are there, but all you're going to really need to do is double click the setup. It's going to put everything where it needs to go. Just click next, and it's going to put everything in where it needs to go in the plugins folder and all that. And then click install. It's installing the 250 drum kits in addition to the 30 utility kits, and everything should be ready to go now. Just click finish him. Okay, so now I'm going to run through getting you set up and go through some of the basic usage and such in Fruity Loops, because a lot of people use this. First, you're going to click on channels. You're going to go to add one, more. You're going to click refresh and fast scan. Now it will show Drums Xtreme and the VST 1 and 2 plugins. You're going to want to click the box and make sure there's an F in there. After that, you want to X this out. It should now be available in the channels. Go to channels, add one. Add Drums Xtreme channel. Have your serial ready. It's going to ask you for your serial, and paste that in, and you're ready to go. Alright, now that you got your serial entered, I'm going to go through some of the basic setup and usage in Fruity Loops. So Drums Xtreme automatically comes with multiple outputs coming from the plugin. This enables you to further mix and process the drums within it, and add effects and such on your own. In addition to the volume adjustments that are directly on the plugin for the kick, the snare, the hat. As you can see, it's routing them all to one channel right now. Now, in order to route the multiple outputs, what you're going to do is click the gear icon right here and go to processing. It's already there. And then click the gear icon, go to processing, and then route the first 3 outputs to 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, there's 8. They are stereo outs, despite them looking like mono. Go 1, 2, 3. And now the outputs will be set to separate areas. As you can see, kick, snare, hat. Alright. So you can do things like if you wanted to add a reverb just to the snare. There you go. So you're ready to go with that. Alright, now that you got the multiple outs set up, as you can see, I'm going to go over some of the basic usage here. In order to go to load up the next kit, you click here. Load up the previous kit, you click here, or you can click inside of the box and select any of them. As you can see, there's 250 kits, about 30 utility kits. We'll get to those here in a sec. I got a little silly drum pattern I clicked in. I'll show you guys how easy it is to switch between. So in order to move to the next kit, all map. So that, and while it's playing, at any point you can adjust the levels here for the snare, kick, and hat. So that is the basic usage. There's not much else to it. Alright, so a very important part of the Drums Xtreme VSTi is how the kits are actually mapped out. And you have to have a full understanding of this before you even really want to go into starting to use it in your productions. So it is mapped as follows. The first three, which the kits start at C1, but at some programs it's C3, like here in Fruity Loops. As you can see, the kit starts at C3. The first three sounds in the octave, the kit is 1 octave. The first three are kicks. Kick, kick, kick. The next three are snares. The next 6 spots are hats. Now, the first kick, snare, and hat in each are always going to be the mains. This will be the main kick. It will always be the main kick of the kit. Sometimes there'll be alternates in slots 2 and 3. You might want to click around and check it out. This will always be the main snare. Sometimes there'll be an alternate in slot 2, but this will always be the main. Slot 3 of the snares, the F key, is, if there is, it will be a reverb snare or some kind of transitional type snare, which you would put like on an 8-bar loop or something. The main closed hat is always going to be here. And there will be a copy here, right here, so you can do a little work with that. And there'll be a, if there's an alternate hat, an alternate closed hat, I should say, it will be here. And if there is a open hat, which 90% of the time it is going to be mapped here. So now you understand the mapping. You kind of want to use the mains, and then start deviating based on the kit. Main, main, main. This would be an open. We'll find one with the open. See what I'm saying? Now that you understand the mapping, now you can start delving into it, and next we'll get into the actual sounds. Alright, now that you got an understanding of how the kits are mapped and the basic usage of the plugin, I'm going to scroll through and just go through some of the sounds in the library. I want to make sure that there's nothing weird going on here. Alright, whatever. Just some silly pattern. Now, what you're going to want to do is, it's pretty simple. You got your little pattern here. I just kind of made something silly. It has an open, and then it has a reverb snare on the N4. It's got a little triplet kick. Nothing special, just silly stuff. So, as you can see, there's the kick, the main kick, the main snare, main hat, open hat, and if there's a reverb snare, it'll hit there. Every single kit in here is something that you're going to use. It has the highest quality hip-hop drum library ever assembled. There really isn't anything that's been put out like this. People will claim that they have their kit is the next big thing, but you really only end up using 4 or 5 sounds out of it. Every single kit in here you can use. There's 250 kits, as you see. Everyone individual. There's nothing that's the same. It's all real crispy sounds. It's very big deal. It's gonna change the way you make beats. It's gonna save you time from clicking around, looking for a snare for 3 hours. Everything's ready to go. Everything's ready to go. It's even mixed. I mean, you can literally not do anything to these drums and have a crispy, perfect sounding beat. And that's kind of how we approached it. I wanted to save time and for us to focus on actually making the beats, the creative process, instead of sitting there clicking and looking for one individual drum sound and spending hours and hours on that. I want to make it so we can focus on actually making the beats being, you know, up in the ante a little bit. Every single kit is dope. There's not one kit in here that you can't use. I'm gonna roll onto one with a reverb snare. I know this one does offhand. Look at the F. Okay, so that's a big deal. That's really going to help you in differentiating between 8-bar segments. It's something a lot of producers use. Like I said, you can adjust if you want the snare louder. You can do all these things directly in the plugin. And there's 250 kits. Every single one of them is dope. There's no slackers in here. I love all of these kits. So beyond the actual 250 kits in here, which are all phenomenal, we have the utility kits, and that's what I'm going to address next. Alright, so now that we've went over just how ill these kits are, I'm going to run through some of the utility kits. These are things that you're going to use just about every beat. I took all of the hats, kicks, and snares that are in the collection, and I actually put them in their own patches so that you can create your own kits from the sounds within. There's 49 sounds per patch. There's all the hats, all the kicks, all the snares out of all of the ill drum sounds. Here you go. Just tons of phenomenal sounds for you can assemble your own kits directly. Like I said, 49 per patch there. In addition to the actual just sounds, we have custom made patches. We have cymbals, real high quality custom cymbals patches that we made. These are the best cymbals I've ever heard. You literally just put them on top and you're good. You don't have to do anything. We have an overlay hats patch, which is kind of, you know, add them on top of snares, add them as another pattern, hat type pattern over your chorus, things like that. These are all custom made patches. We have a random percussion kit, just kind of those kind of silly sounds that you just throw in sometimes. I know you've heard those types of sounds before. Those are all custom. Yeah, so there's those. Something I'm really excited about is these quick effects kits. Now, if you know the difference between sometimes the difference between a repetitive basic beat and something that's a full beat, full production is just some silly sounds that, you know. Sometimes you can literally make riffs out of these things, or just put one in as just randomly. There's 3 kits, each one has 49. Actually, I believe the last kit has more. I really like these things. They're cool. Just tons of random sounds, real nice. So that is the utility kits. Alright, so now that we went over some of the sound demos and the utility kits, give you a little backstory to the plugin itself. So you can make loops just out of those quick effects kits. Anyways, I'll just play a drum while we're going. Alright, so it's basically, this has been 4 years in the making. I've always had this idea. I just finally, over the last 6 months, have been able to have it come to fruition. I had all these kits and all these sound packs. I'd spent so much money on them, and every time I bought one, I literally only used 2 or 3 sounds out of it. I mean, it would cost me, you know, upwards of 200. I bought packs that were $600, and I only used 3 sounds out of it. This is honest truth. Every kit claims to be the next thing that's going to be the last thing you need. They always say that. They always tell you that this is going to be the last thing you're ever going to need, and then you go through and you're always let down, and every time you get your hopes up, and it's just crap. It's just the way it is. But that's why I wanted to make this. The whole time when I was making beats, I always thought to myself, if somebody would just offer something like this where it's kit based and it's not just sounds, it's going to save me so much time and make things, you know, make it a lot more fun. I won't have to worry about, like, you know, looking for a snare for 3 weeks, you know. So beyond the actual sounds that are in it, I wanted to make it really simple to use, but also had the expandability, giving you the ability to change sounds on your own, like direct with the multiple outs, and then be able to make quick adjustments to the levels. That's always nice when you're doing mixing, stuff like that. Now, beyond a little secret here, you're gonna be listening to this and you're gonna be like, I don't understand. It has a sound to it. It's not just some random sounds just thrown together. These are all meticulously crafted, mixed, processed. Everything's ready to go. Now, what we did with this is, I thought to myself, what does this need? It needs something. So I sought out a very prominent, it's a 1980s console. It's 10 channels. That's what I'll give you as a hint. And what I did is I took every single kit, and the kits are as one. They are not separate pieces. They were as one kit. And I ran each individual kit through this console to give it an analog, nice butteriness, and 3D type sound. So they're thick, you know, it's thick and clean, yet, you know, it's warm, but it's not too warm. You know, I can't really explain it. It's really clean and buttery. It really just sounds smooth yet crisp. And that's what some real good analog gear is going to do for you. We ran each individual kit through here. Now, that's gonna give you a big separation between the next guy, because he's just putting in little sounds into his sampler or whatever he's doing, and it's literally what you're doing is you're having your drums mixed through literally $120,000 console, and it's the best thing. All I'm gonna tell you is it is the sound of hip hop. It's gonna make your drums sound better. It's gonna save you time. It's gonna make everything be exactly how you've always wanted it. So, you know, when I made this, I did not make it with the intention of just, you know, making it so everybody's using the same sounds. I'm not gonna sell tons of these. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm just doing this so a certain amount of people are gonna have the ability to use this system, and we're gonna be making expansions for this. We're gonna make tons of 50 kit expansions. I'm going to be making more myself, and I also have some very big name producers that are signed up already to be making producer expansions. Each one will be 50 kits, and that's how it goes. So that's kind of the recap. Alright, so enough of the talk. This is Ill Drums, the Ill Drums VSTi from Music Weapons. You can cop it for $149.99 at musicweapons.com. Exactly how it sounds, musicweapons.com. And we're only going to be selling 500 copies of this digitally. Anything beyond that, it's a no. We're going to take it off the market. We don't want this to be oversaturated. We're going to be releasing a lot of expansions, like I said, 50 kits each. With each license that you purchase, you get 2 machine installs, meaning you can install it on 2 different computers. Anything beyond that, you're going to want to contact us, because we have to reset your license, or it might be just disabled if you try to install it in a whole bunch of different machines. There's really nothing much else to say. this software is going to change everything about the way you make beats. It's going to save you time. It's going to make you sound better. It's going to inspire you. It's going to pay for itself within a day. The second you start using it and make your first beat and make your first sale, because your sound is better and you got those sounds you've always been looking for. This is exactly where it is. There's no reason to look anywhere else. There's no reason to waste time. So my advice to you is invest in yourself, invest in your sound. Ill Drums is the best investment you can make as a producer to make your ish go to the next level. Alright, that's it. Go out there and make some ill drums.